The question on everyone's mind in America, what the hell is going on with The Bachelorette? Courtney Lachlan joins us. Also, there's a new old joker we got to talk about, plus the words that were inducted into the dictionary the year you were born might have something to say about you. But first, let's get into this Bachelorette situation because Locker blew up our phones this morning. She's like, I'm coming in. I got to talk about this Bachelorette because, my goodness, there's a lot going on. And I need you, Locker, to talk to me like I'm an idiot because I have no idea what's going on in the Bachelorette, like to begin with.
Okay,
I mean,
so
I know that she's an old lady. She's 39.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay. Yeah, so it's week 2, right? So I just finally caught up. I missed the first week, and I just watched the last 2 episodes yesterday. And I had heard all about this Bachelorette. Kelly, you called her an old lady. She is 39. Her name is Claire Crawley. She was on like Juan Pablo season way before my time. She was the runner-up. She was on Bachelor in Paradise. She's just like done all these things, right? And she obviously has a story. Her father passed away. Her mother suffers from Alzheimer's. So during quarantine, she had this everybody has a sad story, right? Like we've all suffered during quarantine. That's not my problem with it or the show. And I'm going to do like a perfect like compliment sandwich because I think what she's doing is great because she's 39. I'm like deep down a hopeless romantic. And I love that she's like putting herself out there saying, age doesn't define me. I'm 39. I'm deserving of love and I'm deserving to find my husband. But I think what comes with that, and I've had a really hard time watching this because like, she's like a therapist. She's like trying to get these guys to like dig up their demons. And like, we all have demons, right? From relationships, but she's like doing it on national television. She's asking the guys to do like their 5 love languages. So I can't figure out what I'm watching. And I don't know. I'm having a really hard time because I don't know if it's for me. She had a one-on-one date with a guy. And she was like, I want you to write down words that have hurt you or that people have said to you in a relationship in the past. And then they're like reading these letters. And I'm like cringing because like this poor guy is like bearing his soul, but she's asking him to do like these really difficult things that a therapist asked.
I haven't been in the dating pool for quite some time, but I don't think that's that's not going to be the way to, find a mate.
Well, she's experienced though. And I can appreciate this because we talk about this. My husband and I talk about this a lot. There's trigger words. And they're words that for whatever reason, whether it's a past relationship or mom or dad issues, some words that might not mean anything to you mean something to your partner. And I think that's what she's trying to drill down. So I can kind of appreciate that.
I can appreciate it and I understand it, just not for national television and entertainment. I want to be entertained. Like, where's like the sultry, like sexy stuff that's happening? There's like none of that. I feel like I'm sitting in a therapy session.
Well, let's go to the clip that you brought in too, because it really is an interesting season.
She said, my husband is in this room.
Tonight, the future of this new Bachelorette
Claire's actions are completely unacceptable.
looks very unclear.
Does anybody want to spend time with me?
The Bachelorette.
So this is another thing. So she had like this group date, right? Where she hangs out with half the guys and she comes in and she sits down and she's like, well, cheers guys. Cheers to a great evening. And there's like silence and she gets up and she storms up and she's like, that's when in that clip, she's like, do none of you want to talk to me? And I'm like, wait, are you 39 or 19? Like you just threw a hissy fit because none of the guys immediately like jumped up to steal you, to take you away for a one-on-one. And every time she's like, I'm 39. And I'm just like, we get it. You're 39. She's like, I've been through a lot. Like, I'm tough. I'm ready to. And I'm just like, actions, like not like too many words. Like, we get it. You're 39. You've been around the block. You're ready to find love. I don't know. I have so many mixed emotions about this. I don't even know if I want to watch it anymore. I don't know.
Oh my God, you are really fired up this morning. Someone get her a heart rate monitor. She's like ready to go.
Because
burning calories just talking about it.
I love the show so much and I stand behind like what she's doing. But at the same time, like, I don't know if it makes for good TV. That's it. Yeah. But I love her and I think it's great.
Well, isn't there a rumor that she's already like found her love and like left the show?
Yeah, which I also don't get. These guys signed up to date her, and the next thing they know, they're bringing a new Bachelorette.
The old bait and switch.
Yeah. I mean,
I guess.
got to mix it up a little bit.
Well, she found her husband on the first night. She knew that she met him the second he walked out of the limo.
Wow, that's aggressive.
Thank you.
Well, she's 39. She knows these things. She's, can smell them out now. It's
yeah,
one
but
of those
after
skills you
2
learn.
days,
Yeah.
you tell me all the time, Kelly. It's a numbers game.
Yes, it is. You guys sort of, but maybe she's already played that numbers game since she's this old lady at 39.
Do you think Hannah has a
Maybe.
spreadsheet?
She might.
She might.
Kelly had a spreadsheet. You should literally, like, there's a lot of people on LinkedIn being like, sign up for my online course. You should totally do an online course where you give out your secrets in your spreadsheet.
I would sign up.
Oh, I'll give it to you for free.
Okay.
That's how she gets you, though. And then you sign up for maintenance plans, Locker. Be careful. The spreadsheet's free, but if you don't know what to do with it, that's when you're just like, what the hell is with this spreadsheet? Kelly Collins going to build an empire.
I like it.
I think it's interesting, maybe because like there's on the Bachelorette, there's one woman and she's like in the power seat, but I don't understand how the Bachelor is still a thing after like a post like a Me Too movement that we're going through and like all of this like gender equality situation. How is it that we have like all of these really talented, smart, and beautiful women going after one attractive and mildly interesting man?
I mean, I would.
Yeah, I mean, just because that movement's going on doesn't mean that you can't willingly. That's the whole point of the movement.
Yeah,
if you really willingly want to do it, and it's you're playing by your own rules, go for it. But it's not for everybody, for sure.
That makes sense.
And do they get tested for STDs before they all get?
I actually think they do, and they go through like this really long psychoanalysis exam.
And they pick the craziest ones.
I mean, they have picked some questionable contestants on that show before.
Yeah, Tommy and I used to run around with a former Bachelor. Remember that? He lived in D.C.
That's right. The
Andy
doctor.
Baldwin. Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like in the social scene here, and we'd see him at some of these fancy parties that we'd be like oohing and eyeing at, and yeah. But I don't think he ever settled down.
I think he's still a bachelor.
Like this was, I'm talking a decade ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what that says. I'm not sure.
Well,
He's like a doctor in the Navy, and he's been like fighting COVID the last year. But the 9 years before that, I'm not sure why he hasn't settled down. And I'm sure he'd be thrilled to know we're talking about him.
he's a good-looking guy.
Also, like whatever testing they go through ahead of time, but also like they're now probably having a test for COVID. It's like an NBA bubble, right? They put them all in and they're all situated because the image you shared, Locker, of them like dancing all close and being not 6 feet apart actually kind of freaked me out when I saw it.
Yeah, so they are like in this bubble, and they all had to go through testing before, and then they had to, I don't even know where they are, in some place in California, not the usual mansion, and they had to get there, and then they had to quarantine for 2 weeks. So and that was like a big thing. They're all like, we can't wait to hug, we can't wait to kiss, because nobody else has been able to do that but us. Now we can.
But there's only one girl.
This just also gets me too. She
Kelly,
like went through the 5.
I'll fill you in later.
She went through the 5 love languages, and this is the touch one, and the I'm just like, I don't. And so all the guys are watching them like affectionately touch each other.
That's
appropriately.
I kind of like this because I think touch and I'm really into the pheromones and how people smell. So I like this blindfold thing.
You also love 50 Shades of Grey.
Not that type of.
But it's weird that they're all watching because you look at the guy in the middle with like the little board shorts, Old Navy commercial looking guy. He's like, what am I doing here?
Yeah, it's like, do you watch? Do you not? Do you look away? Do you look down? Do you look right at him? Do you make eye contact? Like, what do you do?
Yeah, then there's Muscles in the salmon shirt looking down. Like, I can't believe I'm part of this.
Okay, this is my last thing. I do appreciate that this Bachelorette is a little bit deeper than the other one. She's going through the 5 love languages. She's doing all these things. I just find it's a little cringeworthy to watch. That's all.
It's always been cringeworthy, though.
No, it's like fun, and I'm just like, they're not in love. Like, even if they get married at the end, they're not in love. And then what happens? They break up 2 weeks later.
Cortina just gave a barf emoji. Just want to make sure that we're all aware of that as a comment on Facebook.
It's about right. It all sums it up.
Oh.
Also, the guy on the far right's like, I'm on national TV. I better flex.
They're all in really good shape, though.
Yeah.
But they're supposed to be, Kelly.
I
They're
know.
like,
But why are they all wearing white sneakers? Is that what the young people are doing these days?
yes.
Okay.
They do all have white sneakers on. Look at that. Look at that. Maybe they've, it's like a sponsored thing. You'll wear white sneakers and different shades of khaki.
Right. They're all in solid colors. They are made for TV.
Oh my goodness. We spent a lot of time concerned and consumed about the Bachelorette. But are you going to keep us updated? Because like every week, people are like, I don't know if it's out of country bots or what, but it is a like a very, very vibrant conversation on the internet about the Bachelorette.
And like a community. There's like a whole community. Yes, I will continue to watch it. I'm not loving it.
Look at that. Courtney Lachlan, she is way just more than a pretty sports face. Host of Real Fun Sports.
Who would have thought?
Wednesdays live at 1 o'clock on the Real Fun DC channel and everywhere you get your podcast. Also, our chief Bachelorette correspondent.
I like that.
I appreciate it. It just shows that you are a mosaic of talents.
And hopefully, like maybe soon, I'll have my own Bachelorette experience to share with you guys. I don't know. Like
if
dating.
I had the resources
I don't know.
and the time, I would love nothing more than to like lock you down with a couple bachelors in a bubble somewhere and videotape the entire thing.
I don't know about that.
It'd be great. It'd be a little. Well, they tried to do that local Bachelorette show, but they didn't get their ish together. I feel like there's a real thing there.
I did apply to Date Lab, the New York Post or Washington Post.
Oh, you'd be great at that.
I applied. I like did my little resume and. Yeah. So if anybody knows anybody at the Washington Post, put in a good word for me at Date Lab.
You'd be so good at that.
Yeah, well, she would be great at it, but you got to hope that you're matched with someone that's good, too.
Oh, they just have like a pile of men and a pile of women and...
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not like we're going to work on Locker, we're going to find a guy. They've just sort of meshed them all. Date Lab. I think that's a great idea.
We'll see.
I'm sorry, I just went down a rabbit hole. Dr. Andy Baldwin, the former bachelor that was in D.C., used to follow me on Twitter, and I thought we were friends, and now he's not following me anymore, and he follows nobody, but he's still a doctor, and he's still in the Navy. There we go.
He's probably trying to get rid of his past life of being a D.C. party person, and he's like, I'm a doctor still. I'm actually a doctor. He follows nobody? Zero?
0. Yep.
Oh.
How many followers does he have?
I was going to slide into his DM and see what he's up to for maybe Locker.
Oh.
Yeah, he's got about 40,000 followers.
Wow.
I feel like those two would not be a match.
Sorry, I'm doing this live. But yes, you can Google Dr. Andy Baldwin. He's a good-looking guy.
Yeah, I don't think he... No, I'm put my foot down there for both of them.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, you're going to save them both?
Yeah. We all can't have that romantic love. That
Oh
epic
my God.
love. What?
He's on Cameo.
I have to look this up.
You can chat with him for $2.99.
$2.99?
Apparently, Tommy, pull. Here, this is happening like in real
This
time.
is Dr. Andy Baldwin's Twitter.
How old is he?
Somewhere
40s?
between Kelly and me.
Yeah.
Yes, Kelly. What are you doing?
I'm sending the Cameo. You could get this guy's a doctor, like saving lives, and he's on Cameo where you can like buy a video message for $75.
Great.
You don't think it's a little bizarre?
Maybe he gives it
No.
to charity.
Yeah, maybe he gives it to charity.
Oh,
I will
yeah.
donate
He
proceeds
does.
to the Got Your
Oh,
Back
now I-
Network.
now I
You're a
feel-
monster, Kelly.
Now I feel bad.
You're a monster. Gosh, you thought Dr. Andy Baldwin was doing $75 a... No, it's for the Got Your Back Network.
Now I feel
No,
like
I'm
a
not
monster.
going to join
You're right.
Cameo. Let's not do that. Although I think a really fun prank would be to put Kelly on Cameo. Don't you think, Locker?
Oh, I like that idea.
No.
So you look at that. Look at that. $75. You can get a video with Dr. Andy Baldwin for the Got Your Back Network.
That's great.
My goodness. Welcome to our giant PowerPoint presentation, everybody. We're just sharing screens left and right over here. I do want to bring up the like one of the best love stories of all time, Joker and Harley Quinn. Jared Leto says he's back as the
Bring the
Joker.
car around. We're going for a drive.
So there's a lot of question about him playing the Joker. Obviously, Joaquin Phoenix played the Joker. There's a lot of Jokers going on, but they're making another Suicide Squad movie, which weirdly Kelly loves, and they're gonna.
One of my favorites.
And he's back. Jared Leto's back.
He's incredible. Have you seen Suicide Squad?
I have not.
I saw it like years after it was at the movie theater. I happened to turn it on one day, and I was like, "Why have I not seen this movie?" Harley Quinn is my hero. Joker is just an amazing Joker. Like, there's just no Joker like him. He's incredible. So I'm excited. I put it on your list. It's like an oddly weird love story.
What is it even about? I'm like, what?
So
It's
Suicide
complicated.
Squad is a DC Comics comic franchise in which they take all the bad guys. So they're like really bad guys out there, and so they're like, we don't know how to fight the really bad guys. So they take other bad guys who are already in jail, Arkham Asylum, and they put a little explosive device in their neck, and they tell them they can be let out free if they help fight crime. But if they don't,
And Harley Quinn is in a relationship with the Joker, and it's very complicated.
yes.
And it's a little codependent, and there's a lot going on there.
Which is also why Kelly calls her husband Puddin.
Wait, Will Smith and Margot Robbie?
Yes. Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie plays Harley Quinn. Now, great. Oh my God, Tommy. Oh God.
Oh, why so serious?
So you should add it to your movie list
Yes.
for binge watching after you're done with The Bachelorette.
Okay. Is it like gory though?
No.
A little bit. It's not like it's. I mean, it's violent. It's a superhero movie, but it's not blood and guts. But
It's
it is
violent. Yes, it's not gory. That's true. It's a good way to describe it.
I don't love superhero movies.
Yeah,
It's not real.
Neither do I. But the love story and Harley Quinn, she's kind of the heroine, and it gives you kind of like girl power.
Okay. All right. If you say so, Kelly, I'll try it.
Yeah. Okay.
I trust you.
Tom, you got anything else that you want to go through on your list there?
Yeah, we got the words that were inducted into the dictionary the year you were born. But I'm looking at mine on the other screen, and there's only a couple that are not terrible. So let's give it a whirl. Here we go.
Are you giving away the years?
No, so you don't
Okay.
have to give away your year if you don't want.
Okay.
I went to the wrong screen. Sorry about that. You don't have to give away the year if you don't want. But you can put the year in the chat if you'd like, and I can pull it up, or we can do it however, or we can just do mine.
Oh, okay, let's just do yours. You know the year I was born. Oh, I see. Because all right,
You got to say it out loud, and then it gets like put in lights like that. 1986 is me, and it's things like arena football, which we're waiting for that to take off. Dress down day.
HIV.
Yeah, well, that was the 80s.
Shock jock.
Shock jock. Look at that. It's like I was predisposed to become
Sippy cup. That
Sippy
explains
cup,
a lot about your
yeah.
generation.
SUV.
Cringy.
Yeah.
Deets. I feel like you say that. Deets.
Like, give me the deets on something.
Yeah.
Oh, crack
Yeah.
baby too. That's good.
And craft beer, Kelly. Hepatitis D. Yeah, we probably should have vetted
wait.
this segment before. Yes.
It says internet was one of the ones too.
Was it really?
Yeah, and look at you. You're shock jock and internet. Now you're broadcasting over
And
the
then
internet. Look at
Internet
that.
shock jock. Where are we there? FYI is one as well. Junk mail. Hey, a McJob. Look at that. I think probably more on the fast food side, but
Roid
Omega.
rage.
a megaplex, micro targeting, roid rage, a stair climber. That seems like a pretty 80s tastic reference.
Yeah.
Special K, which I don't think is talking about the cereal. A sound bite. Look at
Sippy
that.
cup. I like that.
Yeah. Sous vide. Look at that. It's probably more of a fun thing to talk about with your friends. And I'm not going to ask either one of you your birth year, so that's fine.
No, you can. Do mine.
Okay, look at that. What a millennial. Yes, Locker? What's your year?
Oh, I have to say it?
Yeah.
I texted it to you.
Oh, you texted it to me. Okay, cool.
You could do my year.
I'll say it. It's 1988. Fine.
Look at that. You're younger. All right, 1988.
In some categories, Tommy.
Let's see what Locker's got. Adaptive cruise control. An AFib.
Boomerang child. That's offensive.
Mosh pit.
Oh, That sounds about right.
Stress ball.
What?
Patagonian toothfish. Do you know what a Patagonian toothfish is?
I do not.
Is it dirty?
It is, I believe, halibut. And halibut was starting to become popular, and they had to rename the fish because no one would go to a restaurant and order a Patagonian toothfish, but they would order a halibut.
Is that true?
Yes.
Wow.
Interesting.
They did it just for the halibut.
Oh, Chilean sea bass. I'm sorry. It's Chilean sea bass. My bad. I knew it was one of those like white
fish.
fish.
Wait a
Chilean sea
minute.
bass.
Is that a real thing? Stop giving me pop-up ads.
Yes.
Dictionary.com.
Yes.
Huh. Look at that. Used to be called the toothfish.
The Patagonian toothfish.
Look at that. Look at that. Locker was born in the year of queer theory and JPEGs and Killer App, which was way before phones. I'm a little afraid to click on that. Gentlemen's Club. Anyone know what a himbo is?
Click it. Come on. Just real quick.
I'm so
All right.
nervous.
Whatever comes next is not my fault. An attractive but vacuous man. Which takes us back to her quest for the Bachelorette.
A himbo. Huh.
I think it's a
I've never
bimbo,
even
but
heard of
he-
that word.
It's like a take a off of
I
bimbo.
think it's a male bimbo, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is terrible. Look at that. Look at all the things we're learning today. Kelly, would you like us to go to yours? Or are you good?
1983. Yeah, that would be great.
1983. All right. Look at that.
I know. I'm taking one for the team.
12 steps.
Oh, mine is really gastric banding.
Yeah, that's when they...
Oh. Megapits.
Cruelty
Clotis.
free.
Dry erase board. Dumpster diving. Perfect.
Guac. Look at that. You thought you were not a millennial hipster. Look at that. Guac was put into the dictionary the
Mouse
year
pad.
you were born. Man, this is totally rad. There's a lot of words.
There's a lot. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Huh.
Virtual
VPN.
private network.
Yeah.
A VPN. Look at that.
Screenshot. Spell check.
Swipe card. I didn't realize the 80s were so advanced.
Screenshot. That was a thing?
Green mail. I don't know what that means. Look at that. All the words that came up the year you were born. So if you want to do it for yourself, Merriam-Webster has the time travel section of their website, which is sort of fun. You can check that out and get involved there.
I know. Speaking of time travel, that year makes me younger than the Bachelorette.
It all comes full circle. We'll be right back. Be empowered and save 20% versus Lyft and Uber. Support local drivers by booking your next ride through Empower, an alternative to Uber and Lyft where drivers keep 100% of the fare and are treated with respect. With Empower, you can favorite drivers you like and request them again on demand. Oh, and if you download now, you'll get $10 off each of your first 2 rides. Empower, your ride, your way. Download Empower free now in the App Store and Google Play. Just search Ride Empower.